good morning. My name is Stephenie Landry. I work for Amazon.com. But even more importantly, I'd like to tell everyone I am a Lesbians Who Tech veteran. This is my 5th Lesbians Who Tech conference, 5 out of 6. I wasn't here for the first one, which I'm sad about, but I'm so glad that I've gotten to be here for the last few. I have not given a press interview in a year. I have not talked at a tech conference in 2 years. This is the only tech conference that I come to because I feel like it's worth my time. And I love, it's really a special place. I love the energy of bringing together so many different people with different perspectives on technology. I feel motivated and inspired every time I come here, and it just gets better and better. In fact, it gets really nerve-wracking. Although I've done weird things, I've arm wrestled on this stage, I've talked about all sorts of stuff. The caliber of the speakers just gets higher and higher, and so it's actually really nerve-wracking to be here. So, the first time that I came and I talked at Lesbians Who Tech, I talked about creating the Prime Now app. Do we have folks in the room that are Prime members? Okay, cool. If you are a Prime member, you still may not know that one of the latest benefits that you have is that you can download this app called Prime Now, and if you're in a very, very large portion of the cities in the United States, you can get delivery between 1 and 4 hours. It's a free benefit included with your Prime membership. Download the app and check it out. I helped create this program in 2014 with a big team of people, but since then my responsibilities have changed. I've grown and I've started to do more things. In addition to leading Prime Now worldwide, we're in 8 different countries and cities all around the world. I also lead Amazon Restaurants, which is hot food delivered to you in an hour or less. Amazon Fresh, which is your full grocery assortment, all the things that you need from everyday groceries delivered to you same day. And my latest responsibility is I'm responsible for the integration of Amazon.com and Whole Foods. Now there's a big, huge team of people at Whole Foods running that business. They're very good at it. But we're starting to figure out how to bring our companies together, and I run a small team that thinks about the ways that we're doing that. And that's mostly what I'm going to talk to you about today. Okay, so Amazon acquired Whole Foods in August of 2017, and immediately we did a lot of really basic things. We dropped prices on hundreds and hundreds of products. You can see lockers. If you go into a Whole Foods today, any Whole Foods across the country, you can see a locker where you can get your products delivered to you. We also did some really, really special holiday deals. 3 months after the acquisition, we ran a deal on turkeys that made Whole Foods holiday the biggest holiday ever, and then we repeated that this past year. We're also doing a lot of things for Prime members. If you are a Prime member, you can go to Whole Foods, and if you use your Prime Rewards card, you get 5% back on all of your purchases. You also have special deals that are just for you, Prime member exclusive deals between 5 and 30 items at very deep discounts, and all sale items at Whole Foods, Prime members get an additional 10% off. Another thing that is going on at Prime Now, and this is what I'm going to be talking about a lot today, is that we enabled 2-hour delivery through the Prime Now app from Whole Foods as a free benefit for Prime members. You can get not only 2-hour delivery, but you could also get pickup. And if you want, you can ask Alexa to just add items to your cart. So Alexa, add kombucha to my cart. Alexa, add bananas to my cart. So I want to talk to you today about some of the things that we had to create in order to enable this service. And I want to take you through some of the stories behind the scenes about what it takes to have 2 different companies that have different strengths, different personalities, working together to innovate on behalf of customers. And then also talk about some of the things that I've learned through this past year. So, one of the things that is very different about working in a grocery store, an app that is selling things from a grocery store versus selling things on Amazon, is that a lot of things are sold by weight. If you go to a grocery store today, probably between 20 and 30% of your basket is items sold by weight: meat, seafood, produce, bulk items. Amazon does not sell things by weight. We don't have socks sold by weight. We don't sell Alexas by weight, although that might work out for us. They're a little bit heavy. But customers do expect when they're at a grocery store to buy things by weight. You might get a single item, like a turkey that's priced by the pound, or you might get artisanal cheese cut to a specific amount, or you might take something from the bulk aisle, like cranberries, and get a specific amount of weight that you want. The concept of selling things by weight violates almost every single system at Amazon. we don't do it. All the back-end systems that you don't see as a consumer, how do you purchase something that expires and dies? How do you sell something that the price changes based on the actual size of it? And how do you do all the accounting and transactions in the back end? It's actually very complicated. I'm going to talk today just a little bit about the consumer experience. So if you go to the Prime Now app today and you want to go buy something from Whole Foods, there's a bunch of stuff in there that suddenly are being sold by weight. And we had to create this user experience that felt really simple and easy, but enabled this whole entire process that didn't exist for us. So let's take these cranberries. It's Thanksgiving, you're getting prepared. You want to buy a very precise amount of cranberries, 1.25 pounds. We needed to give users a way to specify how much they wanted. And then we take that information and we send it to the store, and someone has to go and pack up that amount. Now, it's super unlikely that whoever is putting this order together is going to get exactly 1.25 pounds. They may get 1.26 or 1.31. Whatever that quantity is, we have to take that quantity in, appropriately charge the customer, give them the right information back so they understand what actually happened and why, and we need to express it to them in a way that's really understandable. And that shopper needs to understand what they're doing as well. Additionally, although some items you specify the amount that you want, like in the case of bulk dried cranberries, there are other items which you actually buy the unit. So that onion there, although it's sold, organic onion, sold for $1.99 per pound, no one's going to cut an exact pound of onion to send to you. You're going to buy one onion. In the early days, we had to actually literally go around and weigh hundreds and hundreds of products to figure out what the average item would weigh. Machine learning does that for us now. It's changing all the time. But I guess on average, onions are 169. So this is just one of the many things that we had to invent in order to enable grocery delivery from Whole Foods. There's some other things that we invented as well. We really wanted to have a pickup experience at Whole Foods. I mentioned that we're doing delivery in over 60 metro areas in the US. Pickup is also available in about 30, and we continue to expand. We gave the team complete license to figure out whatever they wanted to do at Whole Foods. We wanted to have a pickup experience that really made the Whole Foods shopping experience easy. Sometimes it's hard to wrangle with those parking lots and those lines. We wanted to give people a way to get things that was really simple. And we said, go think about what your wow feature would be. What do you really want to do for customers? And the team went, and they thought about it, and they tried to figure out what it was. And what they came up with is, it would be really amazing if the groceries were right there when we went to go to pick them up. I was like, okay, very simple, but very basic. So, sorry, new slides. So we created something that feels really, really simple, but there's a lot of interesting tech under the surface. So if you go to the Whole Foods site on Prime Now, and you make an order and you send it in for pickup, you can specify a window as little as a half an hour. And then when that item is ready, we will send you a push notification, and it says, hey, your item is ready for pickup. And you as a consumer can push this button that says you're on your way, and that triggers us to start looking in a very tight geofenced area, tracking the GPS. And we start having the shoppers getting ready and having that product ready, and we make it so that the shopper and the customer can meet in the parking lot at the exact same time. So as soon as you pull up to that spot, there is a friendly guy or girl or non-binary person, just an awesome, friendly human is going to help put those products into your car. And it feels like a really great experience. If any of you have kids and have tried to take a child through a Whole Foods, this is a pretty awesome feature. Really simple, but really impactful for customers. So these are some of the things, there's probably like 20 examples of stuff that we had to do to make the experience of buying products from Whole Foods feel right. And we started our expansion in February, So pretend that what you're looking at is like these like little things and they're growing. And what I'm supposed to be trying to illustrate, the voice thing it's supposed to be illustrating, we started in February of 2018 last year. So it's been about a year. And we went from having no delivery from Whole Foods to delivery in over 60 metro areas. Almost every major metropolitan area in the US, you can now get delivery from Whole Foods in 2 hours. And we've done it ultra fast, so we're covering an incredible amount of the US population today. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a lot. So we made this happen in a lot of different places. And we're continuing to expand this year. So you're going to see a lot more delivery from Whole Foods and pickup from Whole Foods over the years ahead. So a few lessons. And these lessons are really about what does it take for 2 different teams to work together to come innovate on behalf of customers. If you think about the projects that you're dealing with, maybe you have 2 individuals that are coming together to collaborate and work on something, or maybe like me, you might have 2 companies that are coming to work on something. First lesson of this entire process of this last year is sometimes simple can be innovative. Trying to make variable weight work really well for customers means they don't notice it. They don't know all the tech required to make that work. They don't want to see all the stuff that's happening under the surface. When you think about pickup and making it really cool, the coolest thing is to just have the stuff ready and to make it really reliable. And we're able to get, for the vast majority of times, we meet people within 30 to 45 seconds, and that feels life-changing to them. We have a concept at Amazon that we call paper cuts. It's like these small things that make an experience bad for consumers. And if you're able to remove that paper cut, it's not the biggest deal, it's just a paper cut, you could deal with it. But if you're able to remove that paper cut, it can feel really spectacular. I think of my colleagues, Dilip Kumar and Jana Perini, who invented Amazon Go. They were tasked with having the first Amazon physical store, and they could do anything that they wanted. And the thing that they chose was, it would be pretty cool if you didn't have to wait online. Very simple, but all the technology to make it work and all the things that happen come together to feel incredibly innovative. So sometimes focusing on a simple, easy experience is the best. Another thing that I learned is really about combining teams. So both Amazon and Whole Foods have very specific cultures, and they're very different from each other. And they're both really good at what they do. Amazon is known for getting products to people in a high-quality way to all corners of the earth. And Whole Foods is known for developing this amazing special grocery assortment with super high standards for sustainability and quality. They know the grocery industry inside and out, and they're also really great at developing their brand and doing marketing. In order for us to create these products together, one of the big things that we had to learn was figure out what our positions were, what strengths we were bringing, and to acknowledge them and talk about them, and to field a team where everyone knew their position and they were playing that position. It's been really great to be able to learn from them and also complement them, and we've been having a really good time. The last thing, this is kind of a small example, but I think it's something to think about, is it's really easy to get passionate about the things that you love when you're working on a collaboration, and it's really helpful to know when the time to let go is. This is a little bit of a small anecdote, but one of the things that I'm really proud of from Prime Now, which is kind of a baby of mine for sure, is this bag. I know it seems kind of dumb, but customers really love it. They like getting the bags rather than getting the boxes. But it really feels a little bit like an evolution of Amazon's brand. I like that it's a craft paper bag, that it's really basic. It feels like Amazon, but it also feels different and new. And I was really proud of it. When we went to Whole Foods, the Whole Foods team was like, hey, these bags are going to be out on doorsteps, they're going to be out there. We think the Whole Foods brand should be on it because this brand signifies groceries to customers. It's going to be really important. Let's rebrand the bag. And I was a little bit like, It was kind of at the heart of one of those things that I just felt a little precious about. But then I thought about it and I said, all right, these folks know grocery, these folks know branding. I know what my position is. Just let go. Let them come up with something. And the team came up with a very simple branded bag. And I see it out there all the time. I see it in the Whole Foods stores when they're being prepared. I see it on people's porches. I see it being transported. And I see both the Prime Now logo and the Whole Foods logo. And I'm really excited that both of these teams have come together to do something pretty special for customers. So that is my talk. I hope everyone is having an awesome Lesbians Who Tech conference. I will close by saying that I lead teams here in Seattle, New York, San Francisco, Irvine, San Diego. I think that's everywhere in the US, and 5 other countries, and we are hiring. Please come visit us in the booth next door. Thanks for having me.